This all brings us to the 2017 Honda Civic Type R. The casual car enthusiast in America will remember only that there was once an Acura Integra with that suffix, a loud, berserk, frenetic, and spectacular thing that lasted only a short time many years ago. But those peering at this story from beneath the flat brim of a Type R cap will know that there have been 4 generations of Civic Type Rs prior to the car for which we gather today. All of those screamers were kept from our shores. This turbocharged, direct-injected 2.0-liter inline-4 is at the core of the Type R's break from the old-style Honda performance. Cut up to 23.2 pounds per square inch of boost, this engine cranks out 306 horsepower at 6,500 revolutions per minute and 295 pounds-to-foot of torque from 2,500 to 4,500 revolutions per minute, and it revs to a mere 7,000 revolutions per minute, measly by historical Honda standards. This is the type of engine that is making us all lazy drivers. You don't have to work for the power here. There's no waiting for the tech to kick in, although the engine has variable valve timing and lift, unlike the C's that has only variable timing. Much of the time you needn't bother downshifting, the engine pulling strongly at low revs where an earlier Honda performance engine would leave you hanging. Partisans and purists beware. The rear suspension remains the same multi-link arrangement as on all current Civics, but it uses beefier links for stiffness. This being a car with a capital R at the end of its name, the springs are stiffer than the standard Civics by a seemingly crazy 200% up front and 160% in the rear. The anti-roll bars are 170% stiffer up front and 240% in back. Add in stiffer bushings all around and you have a recipe for the worst ride quality this side of pretty much every tuner car we've ever driven. We winced preemptively before we even got into the driver's seat. The variable ratio, dual-pinion steering rack uses beefier tie rod ends and a thicker steering shaft. The amount of steering assistance also varies with the driving mode selector, but again the differences in the 3 modes are not dramatic. Any of the 3 settings of this electrically assisted steering yields excellent response and fidelity and even a touch of feel. Right on center the steering ratio is similar to that of a standard Civic. But further off-center, as the Type R's ratio quickens, it's actually slower than the regular Civic for improved high-speed stability. The steering ratio goes from 14.9 to 1 on center to 11.2 to 1 at full lock, if you must know the numbers. Honda apparently knew what it was doing since you don't once think about the steering ratio while driving the Type R. It simply feels natural. The Type R wears big, fat Continental Sport Contact 6 summer tires size 245/30 ZR20 mounted on 8.5 by 20-inch cast aluminum wheels front and rear. 30 series sidewalls were another reason we worried ourselves unnecessarily about ride quality. Impact harshness is less than it really has any right to be. But these big tires will cost more than $300 a piece to replace. The big, relatively heavy wheels accommodate the trick front suspension as well as the 13.8-inch cross-drilled brake rotors with 4-piston Brembo calipers on the front axle. Single-piston sliding calipers grab the rear rotors. Thanks perhaps to brake booster modifications for the Type R, the pedal feel is excellent, even if its travel is a bit farther than we might like. And the Type R is no stripped-down track big car. All Type Rs are considered touring models, in the standard Civic parlance, meaning they come with all the performance stuff discussed above but also dual-zone automatic climate control, proximity entry with push-button start, LED headlights, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay compatibility, navigation, and a 12-speaker audio system. That will set you back $34,775. That's about $1,250 to $5,400 less than its competitors from Subaru, Ford, and VW, or between roughly $7,250 and $9,100 pricier than the less powerful Subaru WRX, Ford Focus Street, and VW GTI.